Have you ever looked at your cat while it's lazily pawing at a toy and wondered, does she have a favorite paw? Well, you're not alone. While humans might be known for their right-handed or left-handed tendencies, what about animals? Could your dog or cat have a paw preference just like we have a dominant hand? What does science say about this? Buckle up, because we're diving deep into the fascinating world of animal behavior, brain dominance, and the curious case of paw preference, the mysterious world of lateralization. To understand the idea of paw preference in animals, we first need to grasp a concept known as lateralization. No, it's not a trendy new yoga move. Lateralization refers to the way certain cognitive functions are distributed across the two hemispheres of the brain. Imagine you're running a company, and one person is in charge of brainstorming ideas, while another handles all the coffee making. Things run much more smoothly when tasks are divided up, right? The same principle applies to our brains. One hemisphere tends to take charge of particular tasks, and as a result, some functions are more dominant on one side of the brain. Now you might be thinking, this sounds very human, doesn't it? Well, you're not wrong. Lateralization is a trait shared by many species. In fact, it's not exclusive to humans. Animals across the globe, from the tiniest house cat to the mighty whales of the ocean, exhibit signs of lateralization. And what's even more fascinating is that this lateralization extends to their paws and feet. Yep, that's right. Animals may have a preferred paw, just like we have a dominant hand. The paw preference debate. Do cats and dogs favor one side? When it comes to our pets, the most common culprits of paw preference are cats and dogs. Studies have shown that both species do indeed display a preference for one paw over the other. However, unlike humans who generally lean toward the right hand, cats and dogs show a more balanced distribution of paw preference. Some cats may be right-pawed, some left-pawed, and others, believe it or not, are even ambidextrous, able to use either paw with equal finesse. Let's break it down. If you've ever observed your cat reaching out for a treat, you may have noticed that it prefers one paw over the other. But don't start assuming all cats are the same. Some may reach with their right paw, while others go for the left. Dogs are no different. Some prefer using one paw to scratch at the door, while others may alternate between their right and left paws like they're just trying to keep things interesting. But here's the twist. Paw preference doesn't always follow a neat left-right dichotomy. Some studies have even suggested that cats and dogs can switch paws depending on the task at hand. It's like your pet is constantly flipping between being a lefty and a righty. It's almost as if they were keeping us on our toes just for fun. Parrots, the left-footed rebels of the animal kingdom. While most of our furry friends seem to have a more balanced distribution of paw preference, parrots are here to throw a curveball. These colorful, charismatic birds are the rebels of the animal kingdom. Parrots, it turns out, are predominantly left-footed. They tend to use their left foot to grasp objects, pick up food, and perform other birdie activities. Why, you ask? Well, researchers are still scratching their heads, but parrots' preference for their left foot makes them a curious exception to the rule. So, next time you find yourself looking at a parrot, don't be surprised if it's waving its left foot around in a perfectly coordinated display of superiority. Clearly, they've cracked the code to being left-handed, but with an added twist of feathered flair. Lateralization in a broader context. Is it just for cats and dogs? It's not just cats, dogs, and parrots that show signs of paw preference. Scientists have been studying a wide range of animals to understand the phenomenon of lateralization. From primates to marsupials, it seems that many animals exhibit some form of dominance on one side or the other. But before you start thinking that every animal on the planet is walking around with a dominant paw, keep in mind that there's still a lot we don't know about this mysterious behavior. For example, researchers have found that many primates, like chimpanzees and orangutans, also demonstrate paw preferences when reaching for food or tools. It's like they're showing off their hand skills, but with a little more flair and finesse than we might expect. Meanwhile, some marsupials, Those adorable pouch-carrying creatures have also been found to display left or right-pawed tendencies. While the behavior is less studied in marsupials, it's clear that paw preference is a widespread phenomenon in the animal kingdom. Why do animals have a paw preference? By now, you're probably wondering, why do animals have a paw preference in the first place? What evolutionary advantage could there possibly be to favoring one paw over the other? While scientists don't have all the answers yet, there are some intriguing theories. One of the leading hypotheses is that paw preference is linked to brain hemisphere dominance, the same way humans tend to favor their right hand due to left brain dominance, which controls logical thinking and fine motor skills. Animals may have similar brain organization. When an animal's brain is more dominant on one side, it could result in a preference for using one paw over the other. Think of it like the brain assigning different tasks to different sides for better efficiency, just like a well-run office. Another theory suggests that paw preference may help animals multitask more effectively. Imagine a lion using one paw to swipe at prey while the other paw is free to grab it. For animals in the wild, being able to perform multiple tasks simultaneously could be a major survival advantage. You know, just in case that gazelle gets any funny ideas. The mystery behind paw preferences, evolutionary benefits. Some scientists believe that paw preference may have survival benefits. For instance, a lion with a dominant left paw could have a sneaky advantage over its prey. The animal's prey might never expect it to attack with the left paw, thus allowing the predator to catch its meal by surprise. It's like a secret weapon, one that's been honed over millions of years of evolution. Additionally, there's the possibility that paw preference could be linked to an animal's specific tasks or behaviors. For example, a wolf may favor its right paw when digging for food, or a squirrel may use its left paw to climb trees. These specialized behaviors may dictate which paw is used most frequently. Lateralization. It's more than just a paw thing. Interestingly, lateralization doesn't just apply to paws or feet. It's a concept that extends to many aspects of animal behavior, from their ability to navigate environments to their social interactions. For instance, some research suggests that certain animals, like primates, have lateralized brains that help them with social decision-making. In other words, their dominant brain hemisphere may help them make faster or more effective decisions in group situations, like determining who gets the last banana in the bunch. In humans, lateralization has been linked to our ability to perform tasks efficiently, like writing or using tools. The same principles apply to animals, even if the exact tasks they perform differ. By honing one side of their brain for specific tasks, animals are able to perform their daily functions with more precision and effectiveness. And there you have it, folks, the fascinating world of paw preference in animals. Who knew our furry and feathered friends had so much in common with us? If you enjoyed unraveling this mystery with us, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more mind-blowing animal facts, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. And hey, if you've noticed your pet using one paw more than the other, leave a comment below. We want to know, do you have a left-pawed cat or a right-pawed dog? Let's keep the paw talk going.